Hi, I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
And welcome to Craig and Ryland's Magic Review Show with me, Craig Petty.
Ragic.
Craig and Ryland's Magic Review Show. Craig and Ryland's Magic Review Show with me, Craig Petty.
And me, Lloyd Barnes.
Lloyd Barnes? No, not Lloyd Barnes. You're cute. Welcome back to another Magic Review Show. Now, this one is a little bit different to what we normally do because we're not going to do any studio performances. Instead, you're going to see live performances. We are going to review 4 of the tricks from Ryland's stage show.
Yes.
Now, Ryland's got 2 stage shows at the moment, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got a...
And we're combining them together, so we've got like an hour stage show.
Well, you've got a 30-minute stage show and you've got like a 40-minute stage show. So you've got about an hour and 10 minutes. But we're just putting a third one together, which is very compact, aren't we? So we just can't help ourselves. We just love playing around with magic and scripting it and practicing it and performing it.
This isn't it.
No, that's your everyday carry.
Everyday.
So, so we're reviewing 4 of the tricks out of Ryland's review show. You're going to see live performances of Ryland doing this at the House of Secrets. If you like this format, then we'll probably do it again in the future. We'll probably do another review of my show or Ryland's show and just talk about everything that's going on.
That hasn't already been reviewed.
Yeah, viewed a lot of stuff on my show, but not all of it. Not all of it.
Yeah, not all of it. But most of it.
But we're going to be looking at 4 items out of your show. I think altogether over your show, you've got about 10 or 12 items. A lot of it we've never reviewed on the review show because it's all either slightly older stuff or stuff that's very difficult to get hold of that's not commonly available in magic dealers. But we are going to start off with a review of... What do you want to start with?
Let's go with Clonk.
Clonk. Okay, so we're going to start off by having a look at Clonk, which you can get from Murphy's Magic. Let's have a look at the first review.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with Clonk. Now, there's a bit of a history behind putting Clonk in your show, isn't there?
Yeah, with the Miser's Dream.
Yeah. So
basically Miser's Dream. But,
well, it's not Miser's Dream because Miser's Dream you're
Miser's
catching lots of coins, but with this you're making coins jump from one place to another. But
you
it can be
catch
done.
3 coins. You can go.
Yeah, you can do this.
That one. That one.
Exactly, you can do this as a start to a Miser's Dream routine. But what I mean is, it took us a while to get to Clonk because when me and Ryland were putting his show together, we knew that we wanted a piece to music, didn't we?
Yeah.
And what you're going to see in a minute, you're going to see the performance, including the music. And what we want to do ultimately is we want to have, you'll see at the beginning, Ryland talks about how he's been doing magic since the age of 2. And we want to have a video of Ryland performing magic at the age of 2, learning to vanish a coin, because we have got that footage. But we knew we wanted to do a coins across because that was the first coin trick that you learned. And we knew we wanted it to be visible. And you know, kind of just...
So the first thing we got was Silver Odyssey.
That's terrible.
Terrible.
Tell them why it's terrible. We're not going to review Silver Odyssey.
We're not going to, but...
it was very expensive. Collector's Workshop, Vanishing...
Viking.
Viking Magic.
Yeah, Viking.
Very expensive.
Very expensive.
And comes in its own carrying case and stuff.
It's got this like massive black suitcase.
And it's got in there the big stand that you put it on.
Yeah, it's got the stand. It's got not the stand. The actual like table. The little circle table about the size of like just like out on the outside of those playing cards.
Yeah.
And then you
got the shot glass and the pint glass.
You got the shot glass, pint glass. It doesn't come with coins. It has the charging things.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter. The point is, we found it very unreliable, didn't we? Like, you actually did it in a couple of shows.
Yeah, we did it. We can play the performance.
No, it's going to be too long. But you did it in a couple of shows, and the whole idea was to make 4 coins.
Yeah, you take 4 coins. You make it vanish. The coins vanish, and you make them like jump over to the Silver Odyssey thing. And what happens is it just shoots up and lands in the shot glass.
The problem is
it wasn't always working. So we got like 3. So what happened once is when we did it again. So we did it. It came up. We did it. It didn't come up. We did it. It did come up. 2 came up that time, and then 1 came up.
Yeah.
And then in another show, we had 1 come up, 1 come up, 1 come up. And then 1 never came up.
I love the line that you used at the end. You just look at the audience and you went, I don't know where that one went. That's really funny. Got really big laugh that did. But it was just not reliable, was it? And it was a nightmare to set up, pulling those little pins back. And
yeah, because you put these pins back to like lock the coin in place. Yeah.
And when you looked at it, it wasn't the remote control that was not working, wasn't it?
The
pins were getting stuck.
Yeah, and then when we were setting it up, the pins wouldn't lock it in place either.
No, it was a
Things
nightmare.
wouldn't lock in place.
It was a nightmare, absolute nightmare.
And
Totally
when
unreliable.
we actually got the pins in place, we put a coin in and it just shot out.
So then we kind of went, well, you said, I'm not doing that again.
I'm not doing that
You did
again.
it 2 shows and you're like, I'm not doing that again. I don't mind making a mistake and covering my own mistake. But I'm really stressed going into this trick thinking if is it going to work or not. So we then used quiver, which worked,
quiver, yeah.
worked
We
quite
used
well.
quiver.
We gave, you used quiver and you gave the purse to someone in the audience. But
Yeah,
it didn't have that visual moment,
yeah,
did it? Which we really wanted. So then we did a bit of research and we found Clonk, and Clonk is brilliant. You did it at the Magic Circle, you've done it a ton. Really, really solid trick. So, you're going to see a performance of Ryland doing this now. Now, for the Vanish, we used a coin stand. So,
Which is really cool.
Which is really
I'd give
cool.
that like 100%. It works perfectly.
Every single time. So, the
Every
coin
single
stand is what Ryland uses to make the coins vanish, which is just a great prop. You can get those from most magic dealers. But we're reviewing Clonk. So, let's have a look at how Ryland does it in his show. This is a performance of Ryland performing Clonk.
Okay, so I've been doing magic since the age of 2. And the first trick I learned is how to make a coin disappear and appear somewhere else. And I'm going to show you that tonight. There are 2 things that I need. Well, there's 3 things that I need. The first thing is I need this. First thing I need is this bucket. As you can see, I've got an empty bucket here. Put it on there. The other thing I need is a sack of coins. Or a sack of coins. And the final thing I need, move that out of the way, I also need this little stand. So those are the 3 things that I need. So as I said, I've been doing magic since the age of 2, and the first thing I learned was how to make a coin disappear and appear somewhere else. Watch this. That was the first trick I learned.
So that's Clonk, and I.
Go on.
So that's Clonk, and I really enjoy this because, like, you can just hear when it comes over and it just goes bang, and you can just hear it, and then you just take it out and you show everyone. You put it back, and then you do it again, and then you do it again.
Yeah, it's great.
So cool.
And you can have the bucket examined. You choose
Yeah.
not to because you're doing it on stage. You don't need to have the bucket examined. But
I
if you do,
just show it.
you just show it like that. But you can very easily have the bucket examined
Yes.
because although it's a gimmicked bucket, you add something to it to make it work.
It's not gimmick. It's just got a magnet in it.
It's just got a magnet in it which holds the device that you use to drop the coins.
Yeah.
And that comes away. So at the end of it, so you could do a miser's dream. We talked about miser's dream if you wanted to. At the end of Clonk, you could then take the bucket and then go into a miser's dream, and you could do that absolutely not a problem. Or you can just do what Ryland did and just use it for Clonk. Now, the other thing is, this is a trick that you can do walk around. On the tutorial, they talk about using this device in something else other than a bucket, like using it in a glass or something like that. And there's a performance of them doing it on the tutorial where they have the bucket examined, they take it back, put the device in, and then you hold it above their head.
Yeah. We did try that. We did like it, but we thought...
It was not what we wanted, having a spectator on stage at that point. You wanted it really...
We wanted it just like silent. Like completely silent. Just like hearing those clinks coming into the bucket.
And I love that music from Forrest Gump. It's a great track, really great track. So, look, Clonk is amazing.
That's 100% too.
100% for Clonk. It works 100%. Like a dream. You've done it like 10, 15 times now. It works absolutely like a dream. Does exactly. You're not worried about it. You're not stressed about it. You know it's going to drop.
We're taking it to our small show as well. With so we've got that one, and we've got Climax, which is in there.
Which we reviewed recently.
Yeah, we're going to have Cups and Balls, Venom Cube. Well, we're not going to do this now, but those are the stuff that we...
Yeah, we're working on other stuff as well.
Yeah, we're just like taking small things to like take, because we haven't got the car this time. We're taking it on a train, so we've got to have it
in one case.
Pack. Yeah, we just
one 45-minute show in a small case.
Yes.
Good luck, mate. But Clonk is brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. If you're a close-up performer, you can do this. This would work great at big tables, great for kids shows. It would work great on a stage, as you've seen. It'll work on the big... You did it on the Magic Circle stage, which is much bigger than the House of Secrets. It's just...
It works on tiny stage. It works on massive stage if you wanted to.
Yeah, we've got an illusion show together next week, and you're doing it in there.
That. Yeah, we're doing it in there.
Just really fun, and you can do it as a... It doesn't make any noise either. Some of these remote control devices, there's like a whirring or something. You can't hear anything other than the coin dropping. So
yeah, like with Silver Odyssey, I think it was Silver Odyssey. You could just like you could hear like the massive button go click.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
And again with Silver Odyssey, you can only have the remote a meter away for it to work. Like if you have it like just a meter and a half away, the remote won't work. It won't come. You've got to have a meter away, which is another reason why that was the remote as well. So we had the remote and the pins, the actual table. So what does he touch terrible?
Yeah, and you didn't want it. I mean, the nice thing about Clonk is they can hold it, or you can put it on a normal table. Yes. You don't need that big, huge, massive thing. You just don't need that. No. So 100%, like I say, kid shows, brilliant. Close-up stage, brilliant. It also, as I say, it comes with the bucket, so you could use that bucket afterwards. If you do Miser's Dream, you could do a Miser's Dream routine. You just need a way to vanish the coins. Rather than using a coin stand, you can use whatever you want to.
You can use use your hands and go put it in your pocket.
Well, your table has a savant on it for cups and balls. Yes, so if you wanted to, you could just use a savant or whatever it is that you want to use. But you choose to use the.
He made the savant.
Thank you. Very handy. That's
very cool. Very good savant.
Thank you very much. Anyway, with that all being said, that's the first review.
Yes.
Let's have a look at Sean Begonia's Dancing Hank.
Yes.
Let's have a look at that next. So the next routine is...
I love this!
I think it's... Is it your favourite?
I love this!
Is it your favourite routine in the show?
I love this!
I know you do.
I love this!
I know you do.
I love this!
I know you do. In fact, you love it so much, we're actually adding a few extra phases to it, aren't we? We've got... some other stuff that we're going to be adding to it to extend the routine. But as it is, it's like about 7 or 8 minutes long.
9
minutes long. And this routine is Sean Begonia's Extreme Hanky. So Sean has lots of different hanky products. And, tons of different hanky products. This is just one of the products. So what this product does, it allows you to take a handkerchief, tie a knot in it, drop it in a bottle, and have the handkerchief dance around inside the bottle. If you've seen somebody like Oliver Tabor, who is incredible, one of your favourite magicians,
he has it
he does a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
He just uses the dancing hank as the finale to his hank routine.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other stuff he does with the hank. You're just using Extreme Hank, aren't you?
I use that one, and I also have this one that Wayne Goodman gave to me, which is you walk out on stage, you've got a red and white handkerchief, you decide which one. You put the yellow one on the case, and in the middle of your hank routine, you knock the red one off, and you carry on with the trick without realising, and then all of a sudden the red hanky just starts waving out of the case when you're out there.
It's super fun.
Yeah, which is really cool. I like that.
It's great. It's brilliant.
That was only Yeah, that one's really cool. I
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
really cool. Really, really
So
cool.
we got we call it Dancing Hank 2.0.
Dancing Hank 2.0, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Even though I think it was made before it as well.
Probably.
Even though.
yeah, well, you're still working on that. We're going to look at
Yeah.
Extreme Handkerchief right now.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at a performance of Ryland doing Extreme Hank. He uses it kind of in a different way, because a lot of people who use it, they do it to music. Although you've got a music track in the background, you're doing it as more of a patter-based thing. So let's have a look at that right now.
Before I explain what I'm going to do, I need someone to do a card. Okay, so let's go for a kid this time. You. I've got a pack of cards here. All I want you to do is I just want you to say stop anytime you want. Stop. Before I get to the end. Stop. There. So we got this card right here, yeah? That's your card. I'm going to show everyone in the audience that is your card. I'm going to put it in the middle of the deck. You can see that your card is clearly going in the middle of the deck. In fact, you can push that card in yourself. As you can see, it's going. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to put it back in the box. That's what I'm going to do. Now, does anyone here believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
Well, when I was little, I used to be really scared of ghosts. I remember asking my mum to check under my bed every night to make sure there weren't any ghosts. When I became a magician, I realised that ghosts are real, and most are friendly. The problem is you can only see them if you have a good imagination. That's not a problem for kids like me. But let's say most adults are very good at using their imagination. So, tonight I'm going to try and prove that ghosts are real, but I need your help. So you have to promise that you'll try to use your imagination. Do you promise?
Yes.
Are you sure you promise?
Yes.
I can't hear you. Do you promise?
Yeah.
Good. So, if we're going to try and make a ghost up here, we need to give it to something to latch onto. A hanky. Like this. It's perfect. We've got a hanky here. This is perfect. Can't on it. There you go, this. It's perfect. Doesn't he look cute? I think I'll call him Hank. Now if this works, we don't want Hank flying all over the place, so I need to put him somewhere where he can't escape. I have an idea. The thing is, he can still escape at the top, so I'm also going to get this cord. So now Hank is going inside of this fossil. Like. Get him in there. There you go. Now, all we need to do is wake him up. Hank, wake up. Hank. It's a real shame it isn't working. Look, let me check. See, she's lying right at the bottom, it's not doing anything. Look, let me check. I know what Hanky looks like, he's dancing in the bottle. To be honest, I don't think you're using your imagination. Look, let me check. So this handkerchief isn't moving, it's just lying there at the bottom of the bottle. Look. Okay, well that handkerchief is dancing. Okay. Well, this is Hank. Say hi, Hank. Hank is a ghost, but don't worry, he's a friendly ghost. In fact, he can do tricks. Would anyone like to see one of the tricks that Hank can do? You sure? Yeah. Okay. Well, Hank can play dead. And I'm not kidding, look at this. So I'm going to get this invisible bow and arrow here. And all I need to do is I need to do this. Watch. 3, 2, 1. Bang. Now Hank is playing dead. But he looks like he's really dead. But don't worry, he's perfectly fine, Hank. Oh. See, he's perfectly fine. In fact, I'm going to let you still remember that card, don't you? Okay, so I'm going to let you fire the bow and arrow yourself. Okay, so you need to be really careful with this. You don't want to fire at any of them. You don't want to fire at me. Or it can really hurt someone. Okay, so aim the arrow at the bottle. I only want to say I want you to fire. Do not fire at me. Okay, so I'm counting 3. 1, 2, 3. Fire. Now Hank again is playing dead, but it looks like he's really dead. Look, Hank is perfect. Fine, Hank. Up. See, Hank is perfect. Fine. I'm gonna do. Would you like to see one last trick? You sure you want to see one last trick? You sure? Are you sure? Would you like to see me hypnotise Hank? Okay. Well, all I need to do is this. Hank. See. Now Hank is asleep. Now when he wakes up, he'll think he's the greatest magician of all time, and he's going to find your card. He's going to find your card when he wakes up. Okay, so you ready, Hank? Wake up. So you know what that card is, yeah? If not, then I'll know. Okay, so I'm going to go clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds, and he's going to drop on whatever he thinks is on your card. Clubs, hearts, spades. Was you right in thinking that your card was a spade? Okay, Hank is right in thinking that your card is a spade. Give it a Hank! But he's still going to go ace to king. Okay, so we're going to try this. Ace. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was you right in thinking that your card was the 8 of spades? Yes, it was. Give it a hand, everybody. This is Hank. One more time. Give it a hand. Everyone say bye, Hank. Bye. Well, that's it, Hank. Sleep.
I mean, that's such a great performance, right?
I love it. I just love the trick.
I love the look no see thing when the handkerchief first starts coming to life and starts dancing around.
Yeah.
When you've got kids in the audience, they go mental at that point, all the way
We
through.
had this little girl called Heather, I think it was, and she's like,
She really was. Ouch. It's so magical. Now, you don't actually take the bottle and put it out in the audience, do you? But you can.
yeah, you can.
Somebody can
Michael
hold...
J. Fitch does that.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fitch, he gives it to the audience, and he goes from the stairs like bam.
And one of the reasons that you haven't been doing that is because you've been doing it at the house.
The House of Secrets is quite a small stage.
And so you don't want to have people on stage and blah, 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 blah.
But
I think it's something you would do, right?
Had on the House of Secrets stage is 2 people max.
Yeah.
The most I've ever had it.
But you had someone hold it when you were doing that illusion show with me a couple of weeks ago. You did that, we were doing that kid show for that girl that was a bit of a challenge, but enjoyed the show.
Which one? I know which one, but...
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you had someone hold on to it, and you had her come up, and you were getting her to do the bow and arrow, and but I mean, the point I'm saying is, you could literally hold this thing right there in front of you, and you won't see anything.
Yeah.
It's animating inside the bottle. Everything is completely self-controlled, self-contained.
All the way around the bottle. You can do that thing, like you take like a hula hoop, and you just go just send it around the bottle and just turn it everywhere, so you can see there's no thread. It's all held inside the bottle.
It is, and everything takes place inside the cork.
Yeah, it's just the cork. Hank, as you saw in the book, have we done the book? Yeah, we've done it.
Yeah.
This 9-minute performance. Hank is what his stage name is. His real name I gave him was Corky.
Yes, because the cork does all the magic.
So we got Corky and we got fake Corky.
Corky and fake Corky, yeah. So there's 2 Hanks involved in it, but it's a beautiful routine. It's beautiful. I love the fact that this was your idea, and I really like it, that you use you use a card routine for it. So you have card. You at the beginning you have a card picked, and then after having that card picked, you then go into the Hank routine. At the end, you bring it full circle by having Hank find the card, which I think is a really good way of doing it. How reliable is it? I know there's going to be people watching this that worry about thread. Yeah. It's very reliable, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's very reliable.
When it goes... Yeah, go on.
And Mummy always fixes it for me when the thread snaps, which is quite a long time before it snaps, but when she says it's about a 5-minute process, that's it.
Yeah.
As long as you've already spooled the things, it's like a 5-minute process.
And you have tons of spools, don't you? So you've always got spare spools ready to go.
So we don't have to thread them for like 5 minutes.
No.
But after 5 minutes, she, after spending 5 minutes at home threading them, if it ever snaps, she just puts that in, and it's like 30 seconds. You just take it out, put the other spool in. There you go. It's ready.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can go like 6 or 7 shows before having to re-spool it.
Yeah.
Like it is very reliable, and it
he
never
doesn't-
breaks in a show or anything like that.
He does advise you to. He does advise you to. Probably like rethread it before every show, but
We don't.
you can. You can. We do it like we do it. It would last 7 shows. We do it. We respawn it like every like 2 shows.
Every 2 or
it would
3
last,
shows,
like,
and we charge it up at the same
yeah,
time.
we charge it up every time.
But in terms of how it's actually done or the methodology behind it, you can have it's remote controlled.
Yes.
But you don't have to use a remote control, so you can program the whole thing.
Yeah, which
So
is
if
what
it's
we do.
So if it's a solo act and you're working on your own without an assistant, you can have the Hank. You can design how you want the Hank to be. You can record up to a 30-minute program, and you
Although
can
it
just
won't last that. He said it would go up to 25 minutes, but the battery probably won't last that long.
yeah.
So
But
it would die at one point.
yeah, but you can do it to
In
you know.
rehearsals, we forgot to charge it. Like it would be like we forgot we had to charge it after watching the thing, and we lasted like a couple of shows, and then in the middle of rehearsal it like stopped and just like went down at one point, and we just realised that it was because it wasn't charged. It wasn't that it was broken.
Yeah.
Because this is very unreliable. Yeah.
It's very reliable.
Very.
Very reliable. But if you don't want to program it, you can have a secret assistant, which is how you do it, in all honesty.
He has it.
Either me or whoever's with Ryland at the gig will have the
Yeah, like
remote
Mummy did it once.
we'll have the remote control and we'll be operating it for you, so you don't have to worry about hitting certain moments and certain things. To be honest, it's not a problem having a programmable track, but it just makes it a little bit easier if you've got someone there.
If you just like add a few extra words into your act, you're gonna have to like reprogram it, or if you don't, it'll be the wrong timings. Like I do, like as you saw with the card revelation, if you did that, you'll go ace 2 3 and it'll like drop on 4 or something. So with that you have to get the timing perfect if you do have the program. We have the program, but we can pause the program when we want. It does pause. The program pauses. So if you have an assistant, they can just pause it when you like. So when I shoot it, they pause it so it just drops, and then they play it, and then it just jumps up again.
And at the end, if you want to, you can actually have the handkerchief fly into your case. We don't choose to do that, and the reason is I actually prefer the way you do it, where you go, oh, one more thing, sleep. It always gets a really good laugh. I just prefer that. I just prefer that as an ending, and then you just leave it in there, and it's good. And there's an auto shut off on the cork, isn't it? If it's not being used, it switches off after like 2 or 3 minutes.
Like 2 minutes after 2 minutes.
Which is great. So you're never draining the battery. It's easy to charge up.
Yeah, if you like forget to turn it. Actually, yeah, it will turn on. It won't turn on the remote, but you can turn on the cork just by pressing the button on the top.
Yeah. But it's incredible. I mean, if you're wanting something, it's not the cheapest trick in the world, but none of the routines in your show are. But if you want if you want something that just packs, it doesn't pack small. It actually does pack small in terms of everything, but the bottle.
But the bottle. You just get this little like light green case about like that. That's about how big it is.
It's got everything in there.
But then you get this bottle that's like there to there.
Yeah.
So.
Which is always the problem.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it packs small other than the bottle, but it plays really big.
Yeah, it plays massive.
It plays huge. Such a great trick. I love this trick. I think it's one of my favourite tricks in your show.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So I'm going to give this one 100% as well.
Yes.
I'm guessing we're both going to give everything 100% because it's a bit weird. It's in your show. If it wasn't in your show. Yeah.
Everything's 100% just so you know, except Silver Odyssey.
Yeah, except for Silver Odyssey.
Oh, we're doing a review the other day on Pop Table, which is also in my show. Can we just talk about Pop Table quickly?
Well, we're going to go into that next, so let's just...
No, we're not, because we did a review on it.
No, we haven't. We haven't reviewed it yet. We saved it for this. Trust me, we haven't reviewed it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He gives this 100%. I give it 100%. Dancing Hank by... well, it's not Dancing Hank. Extreme Hank by Sean Begonia is amazing.
Yes.
You can buy lots of different stuff to make it a bigger, more elaborate performance if
Oh,
you
yeah,
want
we
to.
haven't done Pop Table. I thought we did it last review show. We didn't.
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
But it's incredible. Let's now look at Pop Table. So Pop Table, there's a little bit of a history behind this one as well, isn't
Yes,
there?
again with Viking magic. With Silver Odyssey and See, I forgot the name. It's so terrible.
It's not terrible, but it was very unreliable again.
Unreliable.
It was Jumbo Sidekick.
Jumbo Sidekick.
And I've read on the reviews that Jumbo Sidekick kind of does work, kind of doesn't work. If you don't, we knew we wanted, when we put your show together, we wanted to have this moment where you brought an adult up on stage and you got them dressed like a wizard.
Yeah, and teach them, like, to do some magic and, like, get it wrong and then eventually get it right. So, Jumbo Sidekick. We'll talk about this and then we'll go on to what we're actually reviewing Pop Table. So what this is, Jumbo Sidekick, is the idea is you get someone up on stage, you teach them a magic trick, you teach them how, like, you're going to teach them how to find their card, so you get them to pick a card, blah, blah, blah.
Jumbo deck.
Yeah, Jumbo deck. They aim the wand at the thing falls down.
The cloth around the table.
Yeah, the cloth around the table falls down and and then you tell them to do it again. The rose shoots out the thing, try again. The whole table falls down. And then try it one. No, the whole table doesn't fall down. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
But it leaves one card, and you're like, "Is that your card?" And then no. What was? It says the 3 of hearts. What was your card? The 2 of hearts. You knock a pick off.
Yeah. Now the problem with it was there's a couple of problems. First of all,
the first thing is the rose wouldn't go when it was supposed to. And when you set it up in the middle of the show, the cloth would always fall down in the middle of the show.
Yes, it would.
Just like a little bit of wind, just like doing that, just the tiniest bit of wind will knock it down.
Yep. And then the rose wouldn't go. So
no matter
when
what
you go
tried,
into
the
the
rose
room,
wouldn't go.
so in the first, or it would, but very sporadically, there was no control over it, and we did everything correct. And we looked on the internet, and a lot of people are having the same problem. So if the cloth dropped down in the beginning of the show, you go into this trick. The first moment, nothing happens because the cloth's already down. The second moment, nothing happens because the rose won't go. So literally, all you've got to do is a tablecloth falling, and then that's it. And the other problem about the table falling is everything on the table falls as well, which includes all the really expensive stuff that's on the table. Which means that all of this stuff is rolling around, and if you're doing it at the beginning of the show, the little pips and everything you might end up losing, which are an important part. It just wasn't very good. But then Gary Dunn,
Pop Table.
Yeah, Pop Table, which is
Very good,
exclusively from
So
Practical
cool,
Magic
so
in the
cool,
UK.
So cool, so cool, so cool, so cool, so cool, so cool, so cool.
Please stop.
So cool.
Practical Magic have the exclusive in the UK. It's called the Pop Table. You can go check it on their website. It's a very similar thing, but it doesn't use electronics. So again, and this is the most important thing when you're doing a show.
It's easy to rely on, except the last thing where sometimes whereas it doesn't pop the balloon.
But to be honest,
in a minute, it's very funny when I just say, "I've got an idea."
So let's
stamp on it.
Yeah, and I think that's funnier. I actually sit in the audience watching you going, I really hope it doesn't pop. I really hope it doesn't pop. Let me explain. What the Pop Table is it's a table. It all comes in a little case. It's a much smaller case. It's more compact.
Yes.
It's a table with an easel, and the idea is it's got a sign at the front that says Pop.
Sidekick case was about the size of this table.
Massive.
And then the Pop Table case is just like the size of a normal cabaret case, like here and like there.
Yeah.
Instead of the whole table.
And you've got a sign at the front that says Pop.
Pop. Just said Pop.
Exactly.
Just said Pop with the balloon on the.
In fact, should we show them the performance?
Yeah, show the performance. Yeah.
Let's have a look at the performance of it.
I've been doing magic since I was 2, and I finally decided that I'm going to teach an adult how to do a trick. Okay, so can you please join me up on stage? Yeah. Okay, now there are 2 things that a magician needs to be a magician. The first thing is a magic wand. Have you brought your own magic wand? I don't, sorry. That's fine, you can use mine. Like that. Okay, now can you please join me up on stage? And stand there. Okay, now, so how you use the magic wand, just stand there. How you use the magic wand is you give it a swish and a flip like that. Perfect, now, I think that deserves a round of applause, doesn't it? Perfect. Now, when you do that, you also say Alakazam. You can say Alakazam really loud when you give it a swish and a flip. Don't do it yet. I don't want to tell you. Okay, so, the other thing you need is you need a wizard's hat. Have you bought your own wizard's hat? No. That's fine, you can use mine. Just like a wizard. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is you're gonna try and pop this balloon. So you give it a swish and a flick and say Alakazam. First, I need to blow it up. Just gonna tie it like this. It's never been so hard. It's always been easy.
Oh, danger.
There we go, I think I got it. There you go. Through. Yeah, there we go. So, move that back a bit. So, I'm going to put the balloon on the table and you're going to pop it, okay? So, you're going to pop it on the count of 3. Get the ones ready? 1. No. 1, 2, 3. I think that was the sign. Don't worry, I can fix it. There you go. Okay, maybe not. Remember, you're aiming at the balloon, okay? The balloon. Get the ones ready? Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Cycle counts. Okay, that's fine. Remember the balloon, okay? One more time. We count to 3. 1, 2, and 3. Try again. One more time. That was the table. It's fine, I'll just try it on. There, that's perfect. Okay. Hopefully not. Okay, so remember you're aiming at the balloon. I'll count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Almost. You hit it. You didn't pop it. You can see it bounce. I got an idea. Step on it.
Enjoy this just so in the moment when the just sign just like falls down and it just swings and you're like, I got this, I can fix this, and it just falls down again and you're like,
And you know it's going to work. You know it's going to work. There's no electronics. There's no remote control.
no,
is
there's
there?
not. It's just a motor inside, and you just pull this thing back, and you just pull this little lever back, and you can see when it's going to come. So you can go 3, 2, like you can see it going in. You're like 3, 2, 1, and the slime falls down exactly when you want it to.
Which is perfect.
Which is perfect. Just the sign. That's just the sign's the only thing where you know where it's going to go, but you know exactly when it's going to go. So you can just go count to 3. Like let's say this is the thing it's going in. 1, 2. And when as soon as it hits the thing, you say 3. They do Alakazam and it falls exactly just like it travels, and it just goes bam. It just falls.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
And then
the cup.
The cup looks so good.
The cup. Yeah, it just goes. It just like does like it's on the table. It just like does millions of backflips and then eventually lands. We had it once where it landed up the right way up, and everyone was like, "Oh!"
Unlike the rose trick as well with the jumbo sidekick, it is just a normal cardboard cup that we got from a coffee shop.
Yes.
So it's not like a special cup, which is great.
Unlike the rose thing, which is
really expensive, and if you throw it on the floor, you might end up losing it.
Which is which is another thing where the table just falls forward, and the rose thing just goes.
Yeah. And then with the
it's so loud as well. We had the dogs, yeah. We're rehearsing it in the house, yeah. And when the table falls down, we've got all these expensive props on the table that are meant to fall down, and it's like this.
It is correct. You don't get that
Because it just bounces.
when the table with the pop table falls over, which is the third moment.
The only thing that happens is you just hear the little balloon go bounce, bounce,
Yeah, because it's the only thing that falls off is the balloon, and you go.
Yeah, and the cup is just like the cup. It's not even that. It's just it's like that.
And then the final moment is you try and fix it. It's so funny. You fix the table, you fix the sign, you put the cup back on, and you go, right, I've sorted it, and everything falls
off again. And then you just let go, and everything just falls off, and you're like.
I mean, it's great for a kids' entertainment. It's great for a family entertainer as well.
I think it's
fits your show perfect.
Yeah, you know when I'm doing the House of Secrets, this would be perfect for a kids' show, man. Perfect.
Oh.
When we're doing House of Secrets, I'm getting kiddie tricks on this, like a pop table, climax, dancing ankle, kid tricks. I'm getting the kid tricks on this one.
The only thing that happens is that sometimes the balloon doesn't pop.
Which is funny because you can just go, I have an idea, stamp on it. And then when it doesn't stamp, we just go into egg bag.
Which is even funnier. It's great, because egg bag is the next trick in your show, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's the next trick in the show, I'm like, got an idea, I'll teach you another trick.
And then you go into egg
so
bag.
I change the presentation for egg bag completely if it doesn't go right. If the balloon does pop, I get them to sit down, get someone else and do the normal presentation. But if it doesn't, I'm like, this is what the trick should like, I'll do the trick. This is how it works, and I don't actually tell them how it works. I'm like, you just need to make it disappear, throw it up. And then I let them do it, I just make them do the normal thing, and I just make them appear inside the bag.
Yep, exactly. But pop table is great.
And egg bag, no electronics either.
No electronics, no. The 7 or 8 minute performance.
Pop table is electronics, but no remote controls or anything. You just pull back this little lever like this.
It's not electronics. There's no electronics. It's just a little motor.
It's just a little motor, yeah.
Yeah.
You just need to go like this.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
So
you just like put it back.
So yeah, I mean, pop table, 100%.
Yes,
if you're a kids entertainer, this is the funniest thing. The kids just laugh their butt off when you're doing this in House of Secrets, but the adults love it as well. It's just a very funny show, especially if you're doing what Ryland does, where you get an adult up on stage and you give them the wand and the hat and everything. It just plays hilariously.
Massive.
It's one of those routines. It doesn't pack too small because it's in a case, but it's not that big, and it plays massive. Plays massive.
It's a shame. Oh, it's a shame we can't bring this to House of Secrets in November.
No, well, we're going on train, so that ain't going to happen.
But
100% from me, 100% from you.
Yes.
Let's look at now my favourite trick in his show. This is the final review. I love this one.
This trick is awesome. This trick is awesome. This trick is awesome. This trick is awesome.
This
trick is awesome.
Yes,
this
okay,
trick is
please
awesome.
stop. I know it's awesome. This is Ryland and my favourite trick in his show. This is your closer, isn't it? This is what you use when you close and you've got the space on stage to close. This is called the Vanishing Stool.
From Blake Voigt, where you can't get it anywhere.
There's
only like 5 people that have it.
No, slightly more. I think there's been 11 or 12 or something that he's ever made. But you can buy it directly from Blake. You can buy it either as
50 million. No, it's not.
You can buy it as a completed piece. So, which is what we did. So you bought the whole unit and everything, or you can buy it. By just buying the rights to it and the instructions, and he'll teach you how to make it at home. But we just bought the whole thing. If you don't know what it is, it's incredible. I'm going to show a performance of Ryland doing it in his show. So let's have a look at that right now.
Now let me show you something. Now let me show you one last thing using colours. That can you show on stage?
Yeah.
You see, when I was little, I loved colouring in. I remember telling my mum and dad that when I grew up, I wanted to be an artist. Well, that's changed now to a magician. But I still like colours. Pete.
Yes.
Please go up on stage. What's your name? Colin. Pete, Colin, and finally you, Wendy. Pete, Colin, Wendy. Can you please go up on stage? Okay. Now tonight is going to be all about choices. The first choice that you're going to make is which stall to stand in front of. You can stand in front of any one of the stalls. In front. Not behind him, but front. In front. In front, Pete. Okay. Now earlier on, I went to B&Q and brought a big bag of colours. Can you please sit down on your stool? Okay. These are a bunch of colour samples used for decorating. We've got loads of different colours, as you can see. Yeah? We've got loads of different colours. Now in a minute, I'm going to get you all to pick a colour. You're going to go first, Colin. Okay, so when you put your hand inside the bag, don't look because we want this to be random. only grab one colour only, and hold it tightly in your hand, because you're not going to look, and neither is no one else. Okay, so you put your hand inside the bag, and don't look because you want this to be random. You got a colour?
Yeah.
Hold it tightly in your hand, now don't look, just one. Okay, you ended. Now don't look because you want this to be random, put one hand inside the bag. Now hold it tightly in your hand so no one can see, not even you're going to look. Okay, finally you, Pete.
Same.
Yeah, don't look because that's random. Just grab one colour. Don't look at it. Okay, so you've all got a colour, but you don't even know what the colour is. We've got loads of different colours inside the bag. Okay, so, Pete, think about this.
Yeah.
You've had loads of different choices, like I said.
Yeah.
You all picked a colour. You, for the first choice, you chose which store to stand in front of. You chose to swap around. You chose to pick a colour. You had loads of different choices. For the first time, Pete, just Pete, you look at your colour and name it out loud.
Blue.
Like a blue called Moroccan Resource. We got a Moroccan Resort blue. That's like a dark blue, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah.
We'll see that.
Dark blue.
We got dark blue. We put that there. If you stand up and
Yep.
take a seat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, audience, can I jump on please and count to 3? 1, 2, 3. Now that is a Moroccan Resort blue. Hey, Wendy. Now I'm going to go for you. For the first time, can you look at your colour and name it out loud?
Dante's cardigan. Red.
It's like a bright red, isn't it?
Right, red.
Got like a bright red, we'll see that. Bright red. We're just going to put that there. Okay. Please stand up and take a seat. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Alright, can I jump on please and count to 3? 1, 2, 3. Now that is a Dante's cardigan. Red. Finally you. Colin, can you look at your colour?
Premium clear coat white.
Oh, okay. That's like a see-through, isn't it? Premium clear coat. I'll be honest, I didn't even know that, didn't I? See-through, okay. I think we can do this.
You sure?
Yeah. Phoebe's going to take this seat back in the audience. Give it up for Colin, everybody! Audience, can I jump on please and count to 3? 1, 2, 3!
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep the applause going for Ryland Petty.
That is the Vanishing Stool. The reason we put this into Ryland's show is because we wanted Ryland to have a trick that very few other people did. We wanted him to have something that's very unique, that's very different, that's very identifiable. And the other thing about your show, and I know you're really passionate about this, everything that you do has to be something that a kid would do.
Yeah.
So
Predicting colours, yeah.
yeah, so with this, you know, the presentation, what's the opening line? I love, you know, colours or something.
Yes, it's the same as we said in Climax, the other review. It was like, let me show you something using colours. When I was little, I remember, well, they saw it on the performance, but it's like, let me show you something using colours. When I was little, I loved colouring in. In fact, I remember asking my mum telling my mum and dad that when I grow up, I wanted to be an artist. That's changed now to a magician, but I still like colours.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then you go into the routine. The routine itself is amazing.
Yeah. The fourth man, it's so clever.
Yeah, I mean, when you buy it, you get everything. So you get the Vanishing Stool gimmick, you get the cloths, you get the force bag, which is an incredibly clever force bag. It's a four-way force bag.
Four-way, yeah.
You also get...
it looks like a one-way.
Yeah, it's amazing. The only thing you don't get is other stools. So we went to IKEA, we bought a couple of
They're called
stools.
Dalfred, I think.
And we painted them up, didn't we?
Yeah,
we got
painted them like shine.
We got these
blue and
particular
red.
stools that you can actually very easily take apart. So it'll go, if we want to
Yeah,
go in a
so-
car instead of a van, you can easily take them apart.
Yes, so we're not taking this on the train though because it fits in a guitar case
Yeah, the Vanishing Stool itself fits in the guitar case.
with the cloths, and then you've also got these like Dalfred has the stool, the actual stool that we bought from IKEA has 4 legs, another 4 legs, got the tabletops.
Yeah.
Just a lot. So
Although
we
you know
can't-
what you
we
could
can't
do?
take this with
You know
us.
what you could do if you wanted to?
What?
You could just take that stool and you could sit on it yourself and do some Rubik's Cube stuff. And at the
Yeah,
end you
which
could
is what
vanish.
Blake said.
Yeah, so Blake and Ryland had like a few Zoom
Yeah.
sessions.
Oh yeah. So like we're doing it. Yeah, I'm doing like Venom Cube on it. Oh yeah. By the way, no stool.
Yeah, that was Blake's idea. So when Blake was having Zoom sessions, by
Yeah.
the way, Blake was amazing. He'd have
It was
so
like,
many
yeah,
Zoom
it was,
sessions.
yeah,
with him.
it's like, so let's say you're doing some cube stuff, you finish your cube stuff, you put your cubes away, and you like, at the end of your act, you're like, oh yeah, by the way, no stool. Which is so funny.
And you should do that. I mean, we
Yeah,
could,
by the
we
way,
could
no
take the
stool.
guitar case on the thing
Yeah,
easily.
we could, I'll just have it on my back.
Yeah.
People are thinking I'm a guitarist.
But the gimmick itself is genius. It's not hard to do. People thought Blake redesigned the stool a little bit for you, didn't he?
Yeah,
Because
made it a
he's
bit smaller.
tiny and he made
I'm
it
a
so
tiny man.
he designed it so that as Ryland grows, the stool would adapt in order to you know
So
cope
we
with
have
you.
it, so we can have it here, we can have it here.
Yeah, exactly.
can't
But
have it like here, but
you can have up to £300 on the stool, can't you? You can have a pretty
Yeah.
big person on there.
You can have you in there.
Thank you.
Definitely.
So you can have so
Daddy will go in there.
okay. We're trying to do a review. Come on, focus.
Okay.
Little man, focus. So you got the 3 stools. I mean, you just saw the routine. You saw the
Yes.
performance. It's an amazing.
I
It's
love
amazing
this.
routine.
So cool.
Such a great trick. That's how you close your show. When you've got the space on stage, that's how you close your show, isn't it?
Yes.
but like you say, you can have it as just a stool vanish. So there's so many different ways that you can do that. If you're a card manipulator and you're manipulating cards and making them appear and vanish, imagine just making the stool disappear that you've been sitting on the entire time. There's so many different options. It's so strong. And the actual
is.
routine where you pick the colours and they've been sitting on the stools the whole time,
Yeah.
it's just incredible. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, do egg bag, for example, have the spectator sit on the stool and do the egg bag routine. And then at the end, when they go and sit down, you can tell, by the way, not only did you make an egg appear, there was not even a stool to begin with, and you can just take the stool away. Again, it's 100%. It's absolutely amazing. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. Focus.
I love this.
It's 100%. Okay. It's 100%. It's incredible.
Yes.
It's not the cheapest trick in the world. There's
it's
very
cool.
few people that have got one, but if you want something in your show that completely sets you apart from everyone else, this is a great trick to go for.
Yes, definitely.
And it's superb. So it's 100% from me, it's 100% from him. There you go. It's called The Vanishing Stool. Email Blake Voigt. I don't think it's on his site. It might be. I'm not too sure. But Blake, you can get them directly from him. But
Yes.
make sure you sit down with a stiff drink when he tells you the cost.
There's another review show in the back. There's another review show in the back. There's another review show in the back.
It is
Keeps
another-
on banging them. Go bang, bang.
It is another review show in the bag, guys. Thank you once again for joining us.
Yes.
Let us know if you want to see another one of these. Would you like to see one on my show? Would you like to see another one on Ryland's show with live performance footage? We are more than happy to do that. That's absolutely fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, my show or his show. Who are you pointing to? Me? Oh, okay. Well, if you want to see
next time.
if you want to see another one, let us know. Don't forget, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Ryland's on Instagram. He's got almost 15,000 followers now. I'm on Instagram with 2.5. Brilliant. You can subscribe to YouTube and keep following us on Magic
7
TV.
times you.
Yeah, something like that. And don't forget, I'll be back again tomorrow with a whole bunch more videos. Thank you once again for watching. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
We'll see you again. Take care. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.